Are you a good nut picker?
I was gonna let Michael choose what nut size of mine he would like to put on.
So what's
Is this why you're here, Mitchell?
that's why I'm here. No, that's not why I'm here.
People don't really ever get to see this side, the screwing around, like, probably should, but it's not easy to like video yourself being a goon. Like,
Yeah.
there's plenty of nonsense that goes around here that most people never see, so.
I'm here to learn because success leaves clues. You know how bad I want to build a Cummins powered Suburban?
That would be cool. Again, it's a disaster in here right now. A bomb definitely went off. We got my buddy Michael's truck. We're right in the middle of putting a head gasket on. Last night we pulled the cylinder head off. My 4-wheel drive drag truck project over there. So
you got 2 tube chassis trucks?
that still is frame rail in the front, but it's back halved.
Huh.
And it's a 25/6 circuit cage, 4-wheel drive. It's not quite complete yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, the other truck in the other garage that is full tube chassis is, you know, big tire 2-wheel drive. That's what the billet engine is for. We were thinking about putting the billet engine in here, but we're probably going to go with a different Freedom Racing engine setup in that. It was an 850 circ cage. We're kind of in the middle. We moved the engine back in it.
Was it back half with an 850 cage?
Mm-hmm.
That's odd.
It is a little odd. Well, I mean, diesel class racing is still like a lot different. You know, it's not really a standard set like car stuff.
Are those new springs or just the springs moving from the other head?
Those are springs from the other cylinder head. They're brand used.
Brand used.
Those are brand used. I'd like to patent that word. That's one of Greg's favorite words. Brand used. So I think in gas world they call it like a top fuel hoop. I believe, like, this basically a steel ring that goes in the head gasket to hold in combustion. So they're basically, diesel land calls them fire rings. So he had a fire ring head gasket on this engine when he built it, and as you can see right here, this cracked. So that was putting combustion into the coolant. So that's what we found when we pulled it apart. Pulled it apart because we thought it was just a bad head gasket, so we found that. We are swapping a spare cylinder head that we had. You know, just over here, just trying to...
Making all kinds of racket.
Just making all kinds of racket. So with all the other projects here, I had a spare cylinder head that he got decked and checked. And we're just swapping some of his aftermarket parts onto the new cylinder head before we get our new head gasket.
You're time-lapsing right now for your video about this thing?
Just time-lapsing, yep.
Are you guys gonna stuff this thing back together soon here?
We are. Michael is over there vigorously cleaning his head studs. As soon as Michael's done cleaning, I think we're gonna send her home.
Cool.
A lot of prep action going on here. Not a whole lot of big moves. It's coming though.
I want to help.
We're gonna back half this thing.
Learn some diesel stuff today. I've never been a part of this process before. 6 in a row, ready to tow.
Mixer go. Not gonna blow.
Whoa! Drop the mic.
Oh snap! I got freestyle coming in. Yeah, if anybody wants to find us a parts washer, we could really use a good one right now. This manual stuff's really slowing us down.
Man's dishwasher.
You said parts washer. I'm like, you got a parts washer right here? This thing's great because I don't even have one of these. But you're talking about like the steam blast cabinet thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the rotisserie, like you know, cook your engine blocks in there.
You bougie. Well, I'll do.
Love that word.
I'll do something with this one whenever you get your freaking parts oven. Do you have any speaking roles, or are you just the hands in the time lapse?
I don't speak ever.
You never? Not unless someone asks you about candy.
Yeah, old candy comments only. Sour strips only.
I say he doesn't have any speaking roles unless it's about candy.
No. That his name is Silent Mike. Silent Mike. If you've already gotten a couple words out of him today, so like you're already above average for how much he usually talks.
He's over quota.
Yeah, he's over quota. He's not going to be able to talk the whole rest of the week.
Hey, Mike, you want some candy? Sour strips? I'll bring you some from Texas.
Yeah, we're definitely looking for our sour strips sponsorship for sure. Michael lives off the sour candy.
So I guess my video will be kind of a mixture of me sucking a bird's nest out of there and what happens behind the scenes of your like nicely put together videos.
That's pretty much.
Behind the scenes at what do you call this place? Greg's house.
Pretty much. I mean,
the compound.
I don't think we're at compound level yet.
The
like,
compound.
I love the word like compound.
So you're just
compound's pretty serious. Like we're in my one little shop.
You're just single turbo right now.
Yeah, we're
when you
just
build
single turbo.
when you build the other building, that'll compound turbo this building.
Yeah,
that'll be your compound.
Triples will have to triples will be the compound.
It's a lot of pressure, Mike. Now, this is his truck, so you just sit here and watch him.
Yeah, like so we're working on Michael's truck, so like I'm just the extra set of hands on this project. So I'm definitely doing more standing around than normal today.
How do you feel about that, Mike?
This is where he's gonna start jabbing and be like, oh, not much different than he does every other day.
Oh man.
Well, we're trying to chase the threads on it's just a bolt hold down, clean them out.
Yeah, and then ended up breaking the chaser in the hole. So for people who don't know what you're doing, you're just welding up a little nub on there so you can reach it with the tungsten to weld the nut to the nub.
Yeah. The hole in the nut, basically.
Been there before.
It sounds like it.
Are you a good nut picker?
I was gonna let Michael choose what nut size of mine he would like to put on there. Would you like a big nut, a tiny nut, medium sized nut?
What do you feel?
One with a flange.
What do you feel you can handle today?
It's pretty good rubber.
Big nut with a little rubber in it?
Oh yeah, that's actual size. Oh, you want me to hold it now too? You want me to put my hand on it?
Look, I hate this guy. I can't wait till he leaves.
No, like, I think that most of the time, like people don't really ever get to see this side of the screwing around. Like, probably should, but it's not easy to like video yourself being a goon. Like,
yeah,
there's plenty of nonsense that goes around here that most people never see. So I'll tell people if they want like the real behind the scenes to go watch your video.
Yeah, you can say here's a video of what it's really like in my garage.
Yeah.
Are you letting the argon flow to cool it off?
Yeah, until it stops glowing.
Why do you do that?
Should weld better. Should stick better. Because it's cooling with gas.
Interesting. I'm learning because I've done that before and had the nut break off because it didn't get in there enough, or I used like a cruddy, not like a grade 5 nut or something.
Yeah.
I'm always learning here. Are you putting it on, or just checking it?
Just checking. Pre-run it.
Pre-run. Just test fit.
I gotta go back in before Greg starts now.
I feel like I should be doing something. What can I do? Give me something to do.
Man, you're just standing there looking pretty. Don't you worry. You got that covered.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Do you want me to put assembly lube on something?
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, it looks like fun. Is this time lapse again? Yeah. Buns and thighs. Just learning by observation right now.
Behind the scenes.
Seeing what you do for what you're doing. Because this is like a real-time look into my own learning of being a YouTuber. Same way I'd stand around and help guys like Lutz with stuff. Now this is what I'm doing, and I'm here to learn. Because I'm here to learn because success leaves clues.
Yeah, you want to do like some head studs? Yeah, I'm always a fan of that.
I like how nobody says anything. You're just kind of on the same page while you're doing it.
One quick tip on installing the cylinder head. If you guys noticed what we did, if you get the head hovering over the block right before you set it down, obviously there's an alignment dowel, I believe up here, and then one in the back. You want that to try and sit on there perfectly. So what will help you tremendously when you're hovering it down, as you can see, the chain is diagonal, so the head wants to kind of cock and tilt. What will happen if you put some head studs in the holes and thread them down into the block? We only put 2, but even one in the back. when it starts coming down, it will have no other option but to come right down on the dowel. So that should help instead of trying to slide it around. And go ahead and set the cylinder head on there. And we are now ready for head stud installation. So what we've got is some ARP lube. We've got just a tiny bit of lube on the actual thread going into the block. We've got the threads on the top of the stud lubed up. Transfer case gang? Transfer case gang.
That was just made up like on the fly in that comment thread, but now I think it's a thing.
Transfer case gang is totally a thing.
I do
Yes.
it once a week.
We'll make it a thing, a collective thing. So what's
Is this why you're here, Mitchell?
that's why I'm here. No, that's not why I'm here. That's why I leave. You go by the ARP book procedure on putting on the assembly lube.
Of course. I mean,
It's actually a pretty critical thing that a lot of people I don't think they pay enough attention to when they're doing it, because the torque rating that they give you for those studs or bolts or whatever they are is calculated by using that specific lubricant in the right places.
I go all the way around on.
You get a nice thin coating the whole way around.
Yep.
And on the bottom of the nut and the bottom of the washer. Is that what you do?
Yep. Yeah, that way it's just like quick, easy. It's a little less mess, I would say. But
So it doesn't kind of gush out everywhere.
yeah, it's a less mess on your hand, less mess getting on your whatever you're working on your transfer case mafia.
It's gang. Get it right.
Yeah, whoa, Mafia is just a little aggressive there. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, those are some other guys. We don't know them.
Yeah, we don't know those guys. They have vests. We don't have vests.
This is oddly satisfying to watch.
And not to do.
I mean, I would do it, but there's not enough room. If you had 2 cylinder heads, I could do the other one, but you only got one.
This is where 2 people on this procedure really
Like,
just.
makes it 4 times.
Oh,
faster.
yeah, easily. We're well beyond double fast.
You're really getting me all excited about having a nice toolbox now. Seeing all these nice organized tools.
Wrenchworks.com, we give away toolboxes.
What was that? You could say that louder.
Oh, I was just saying, wrenchworks.com, I heard they give away really cool loaded toolboxes.
I heard they do, and I heard it looks just like the one that was in there that I saw this morning.
And we had to do a blackout one for the first one, so that's the motto around here. But the next one coming up, a little bit bigger. It's not black.
What's your methodology between, like, why is a toolbox important to you? Because I felt like you were very passionate when you explained that to me, and I
Why
think that
is
was
the
cool.
toolbox important to me?
Yeah, why is it important to give away tools instead of something else?
Giving away tools and toolboxes to me resonates with what I'm passionate about. I think that a lot of people nowadays they want to learn all this stuff. They want to know how to be hands-on, and tools and a toolbox makes that easier for them to facilitate more learning and them doing it instead of taking it somewhere, dropping it off, and never learning anything. I think that's fixing a problem for somebody who wants to really dive in. And I think tools are just something that's passed down from generation to generation, and just people gaining knowledge and making themselves better. And tools really helps facilitate that. Whether you're just getting out of school and you're gonna go get a job at that, or you just want a hobby box to roll around here and help with your projects, like, it's a useful tool. It's not something that, we won't get into that, but tools are something that I'm passionate about just because they're just a key part of working with your hands and learning and doing stuff. Taking big steps. So
It's an enabler to grow,
Yep.
grow yourself, and
Yep.
it is cool because you're right about the generational thing. Someone could have that toolbox for 100 years.
Yeah, like we use snap-on toolboxes. We use very high quality stuff. We fill them full with tools. They're not just empty toolboxes. They're stuff that will get you rolling right away, and they're boxes that will last forever.
So you may not be able to teach a man to fish with a giveaway, but you could give them the rod, and then they could watch videos on how to use the rod.
Yeah, I mean, my channel has seen me be hands-on since the beginning. That's one of the main reasons why I kind of started my channel was to, you know, take jobs that I've done a couple times, and just like me telling someone, hey, when you're hovering a cylinder head over that, like, hey, put these studs, like that's going to help you do a better job. Like that's what I've done since the beginning. So, you know, I've always just tried to help people, and if there's an easier way to do it, here's how I've done it. And if that helps you learn and go to the next level, then, you know, it's what I'm here to try and do, trying to help people, you know, so.
I like it. That's the only way to be, I think.
Yeah,
Best,
I mean,
best
if I
way to
have
be.
that knowledge, you know, I want to pass that on and share that with everybody.
Except Mike.
Oh, Mike. Style Mike teaches me. Did you know there's such things as super high quality zip ties?
Pretty productive day here at Greg's. We had a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.